Just 19 days to go, both candidates are trying to work off the momentum of last night's presidential debate. The focus now on those undecided voters in swing states. Tad Devine is a Democratic strategist. Michelle Bernard is the president and CEO of the Independent Women's Voice. She's also an MSNBC political analyst. Welcome to both of you. First of all, Tad, the Boston Globe has an editorial today that says John McCain's fiery performance in the final presidential debate last night may have given a lift to some despondent supporters who have watched the election getting away from them, but it is less clear that McCain's buckshot approach hit its target. What's your assessment?
I agree with the Globe. I think that's absolutely right. I think these three debates have given the American people an opportunity to take the measure of both these men, and I think they've seen in Obama someone cool, confident, presidential, and I think they've seen in McCain someone who doesn't at times appear to be comfortable in his own skin, and I think that's hurt him, and I think that editorial reflects that.
Michelle, what is your take on last night? I know we've talked about the instant polls and the focus groups. Do you think that the attack mode worked for John McCain?
It probably worked in the sense that it is keeping the Republican base, or at least certain elements of the Republican base, together. But, you know, the bottom line is, at least right now in the polls that we're seeing, Andrea, John McCain is on defense. Barack Obama is on offense. And the trick for John McCain right now is to really sit down and rethink his campaign strategy and figure out what he does, not only to keep his base energized and make sure that most Republicans go out and actually cast their vote on Election Day, but he's got to figure out how to reach out to independents, those people who are still undecided, and how does he reach out to Reagan Democrats. And I think what the polls are showing us is that John McCain in attack mode, John McCain assailing Senator Obama on issues of character, no one in the electorate seems to really care about that right now, or at least a very small portion of the people really care about that. We have more Democrats registered to vote in this election than we do Republicans, and John McCain has to figure out a way to sort of creep into and pull away some of Senator Obama's base.
Well, is it possible for him to get at the experience question? There's a new ad up today, and here is McCain today talking about Obama's experience.
The next president won't have time to get used to the office. He won't have the luxury of studying up on the issues before he acts. He will have to act immediately.
Tad Devine, is this an argument that can work given their relative their differences in their experience level, or does Obama project more coolness in this crisis?
I think it's going to work as well for Senator McCain as it worked for Senator Clinton in the primary. It's simply not going to work. I mean, the problem is when the American people see someone like Obama sitting in a chair last night, acting like a president, under control, knowing what he wants to do, having plans for health care and education, you know, and then you say he doesn't have the experience, he can't get the job done. It just doesn't match up. I mean, people are demanding change right now. This is the biggest change election I think we've seen, you know, certainly since '92, probably '80, and maybe in our lifetime. And that's why I think Obama has a great advantage, and these arguments against him just fall off because people are demanding change, and he's delivering it.
And Tad, do you think that Obama can now seal the deal and in this stretch run can persuade people that he should be the next president of the United States?
I think he can, Andrea, if he stays on message, if he talks about changes, if he uses his superiority and resources to keep McCain on the defensive tactically, making sure that he's going after him in states like North Carolina or Virginia, keeping those red states in play, going into new places. I think if he does that, he's going to win this election.
Tad Devine, Michelle Bernard, more to come. Thanks so much. And what political